Claude Fable 5 is back online. After an 18-day global shutdown, Anthropic restored access on July 1st. If you missed the drama, this is not a minor model update. It is Anthropic's first Mythos-Class AI released to the public. And it just went through the wildest launch week in frontier AI. Think of Anthropic's lineup like a ladder. Haiku is fast. Sonnet is balanced. Opus is elite. Fable 5 sits above all of them in a tier Anthropic calls Mythos-Class, same weight class as models they previously considered too risky to ship broadly. Now they wrapped it in safeguards and opened the API. Anthropic launched Fable 5 and Mythos 5 on June 9th, 2026. Fable is generally available on the Claude API, AWS Bedrock, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Foundry. Developers call it, with the model ID, Claude Fable 5. GitHub Copilot Pro and enterprise users got access too. The price tells you who this is for. $10 per million input tokens, $50 per million output tokens. That is roughly double Claude Opus 4.8. Anthropic is not positioning Fable 5 as your daily chatbot. It is for days-long agentic work where failure costs more than the bill. Stripe reported Fable 5 compressed months of engineering into days. In a 50 million-line Ruby codebase, the model ran a codebase-wide migration in one day that would have taken a team over 2 months by hand. Cognition's Frontier Code benchmark also ranked Fable highest among frontier models at medium effort. Here is the part almost nobody explains. Fable 5 is the first generally available frontier model Anthropic built that can refuse your request at the API layer. Safety classifiers watch for cyber, bio, and other high-risk topics. When they trigger, you may get a refusal or a silent handoff to Opus 4.8 instead. Anthropic says those classifiers fire in less than 5% of sessions on average. That sounds small until you are running production agents at scale. Integrations must handle a new stop reason called refusal and plan fallbacks. The docs even warn a blocked request can return HTTP 200 with no Fable output. Claude Mythos 5 is the same underlying model without those consumer classifiers. Access is restricted to Project Glasswing partners, cyber defenders, and approved researchers. Anthropic calls it the strongest cybersecurity model they have tested. Same price as Fable. Totally different access rules. 3 days after launch, access vanished. On June 12th, Anthropic suspended Fable 5 and Mythos 5 worldwide. US commerce export rules effectively barred foreign nationals from using the models anywhere. Anthropic could not verify nationality in real time, so it cut off everyone, not just overseas users. 18 days later, Anthropic announced access restored on July 1st. Fable 5 brings 5th-generation intelligence back to Pro, Max, Team, Enterprise, and API customers. If you tried to use it during the blackout, that explains the error messages. The model did not disappear. Policy did. Capability-wise, Fable 5 is built for long horizons, 1 million token context, persistent memory across multi-day tasks. Anthropic showed it beating Pokemon Fire Red using vision alone, no helper maps. Previous Claude models needed elaborate harnesses. Fable finished with raw screenshots. On finance workloads, early testers reported a 10-point jump over Opus on Anthropic's core analytics benchmark. IMC said Fable aced trading analysis evaluations across factual lookup, root cause analysis, and expected value reasoning. For knowledge work, this is the headline. Longer tasks, bigger lead over prior models. AWS guidance is blunt. Use Opus for fast synchronous collaboration. Use Fable when you want an agent to decompose, research, build, and verify a large project over extended time with minimal hand-holding. If your workflow is quick prompts, Fable is overkill and overpriced. Subscribe to Signal Stack for daily shorts on AI, tech, and finance. We covered the export ban lift as breaking news. This deep dive is for builders deciding whether Fable 5 belongs in production today. So is Fable 5 worth double Opus pricing plus refusal risk? For a solo developer prototyping apps? Probably not yet. For teams running autonomous code migrations or multi-day research agents? Maybe yes. The capability jump is real. The guardrails and geopolitics are real too. What would you trust it with? Claude Fable 5 is Anthropic's Mythos-Class bet. More capable, more expensive, more guarded, and now back online after an 18-day freeze. Mythos 5 stays locked behind Glasswing. Watch the refusal docs before you ship. Subscribe to Signal Stack for daily tech and finance stories.